Hello, welcome back to Psorc. This is part 2 of the race. For anybody who isn't aware, there was a red flag in the first part of the race on lap 5 due to sheer carnage, which is why we're doing a second stream. It just makes it easier, like I said, for anybody who wants to say watch a specific part from the first race and or for the second race. It just makes it easier, so hopefully you understand that, and I hope you're all looking forward to this race. Once again on the grid we've got all of the drivers, I believe, all 12. I'll just count for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, we've only got 10. Well, that's a shame. 10 out of the 12 who qualified, and a couple of them clearly some might have lost their heads or something. I don't know if they come back or not, but yeah, like I say, they'll all be on the same tires as they were on lap 5 when the race was red flagged, and they will all basically have a second chance. For example, someone like Sam, who was binning it all over the show, and even Casper, I mean, he's 6th now, so there's all loads of chances. But the lights are on. It's lights out. Away we go for race 2, and looks like Voids has had a super start from 3rd place. Tom looking much more threatening into turn 1, and who is going to be the leader? It looks like it's still going to be Jordan, and looks like Casper's made a super start to 4th place. Exactly what he needs, and Yuri really challenging him. It's me as well in the background. He was one of the drivers taken out at the start, and he is trying to run the outside. Wow, what a move. And yeah, looks like everybody's got through cleanly, and we've got all 10 of the drivers who restarted the race still going. And I'll just get tired for anybody who doesn't realise. Sam falls down to 8th place there. We'll just have a look at that quickly, and looking like Lee as well, all over the show there. And yeah, no one's crashed. It's great. They all got off the line brilliantly. And oh, well that was pretty easy then, wasn't it? For Sam, didn't even realise. It's me passes the Ferrari here of Casper, and he's looking absolutely rapid here in this restart. Could It's me challenge for the win at some point, because he absolutely does look so quick. He's made a super start. He's looking at trying to pass Voids now. Can he do it into 130R? Surely not. It'd be a crazy move. He even touches the back of Voids. He's that quick. They've thrown into the back, and looks like Tom as well, getting so close, and there's the move. Can he do it? Can It's me find his way up to 3rd? A little bit of contact on the exit, but he's got the inside line. Jordan's just the fastest lap, but it's this man who's setting the pace at the moment for the rest of the field. It's me up to 3rd place, and Tom absolutely flying right now. Can he get up to the back and pass Jordan? Looks like Lee's past Robo Jeep there, who's fell back a little bit from the start, and it's a decent move as well down the inside of turn 1. Not the easiest place to do it, like I said, with the many different braking zones that there are on this track. But yeah, really seriously, do be looking out for It's Me. And even Voids, I mean, he's on the older strategy on the mediums. He'll be going the longest out of the top 6. So Sam as well on mediums, and Brandon down in 10th. Don't forget, we're on the old point system, so only the top 8 get points, and it's only from 1 point for 8 to 10 for first. That'll be 10, 8, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So yeah, what an action-packed start for him then, for It's Me. And we'll see now if Casper can follow in his footsteps and get past the Voids for 4th. Obviously there's a tire advantage here, so you'd imagine it won't be too hard, especially since this man here is fighting for the championship still. He will be wanting to get this done as soon as possible, knowing that Tom now with Slipstream and DRS, that'll kick in on the next lap. He might well have a chance of winning this race again. So up towards 130R, once again, super close in speed, just like It's Me. We'll stay on board this time and see if he makes a move. I know Sam's making a move on Yuri, which I'm sure will irritate Paul McGuinness, but this is a move from Casper down the inside of the last chicane. A lot more aggressive, it has to be said, than It's Me, with a bit of contact as well. And Sam and Y-Racer Yuri is absolutely going for it, aren't they? And a good slipstream here from Yuri as well. Let's see what Voids can do to defend from Casper into turn 1. And he's done just about enough. And look at that, Lee has actually managed to pass both Sam and Yuri, but then he goes wide. Sam gets back past, Yuri gets back past, and it's all over the place in the midfield at the moment, with Tom still closing on Jordan. We'll see some DRS moves, I'm sure, coming soon for, well, both of them, I'm imagining. I'm sure they'll have a nice and close fight anyway. Casper is still right on the back of Voyage right now. And it has to be said, what a fantastic job Voyage is doing. He started 12th in the first race, ended up 3rd on the red flag. Like, what a fantastic start he'd had. But now he has to prove he's got the pace to stay up there. And while there's no real point comparing him to a driver on the super softs, it's definitely a lot more close to someone on the yellow marked softs. And looks like Lee is passing Yuri then again. Will he keep it on the track this time? He stays wide, in fact gets a penalty for it. So, no, is the answer to that. And now we need to go to see Tom. DRS is about to kick in for these two. And, yeah, we'll see if Tom takes an instant advantage or takes his time, waits, and picks the right moment. He's 5/10 behind. Slipstream and DRS might not make this too hard to close in. It's all about whether he can find the space to make the move. Into turn 1, he brakes later, and he's not quite able to find a gap. One person he is though, surely this time it's going to be Casper. What a camera angle, we get to have a look at it as well. And Casper up into 4th place. Void right on his back though, he does not want to let him get away. He's 3.3 down ahead of Sam, so he's got some breathing space now. Can he get into a rhythm? Can he start putting in some good laps? And how well will he be able to pull off this strategy? Looks like Yuri is not quite giving up on Lee just yet. I'm sure he's probably aware of the penalty. As far as I'm aware, they all still talk in voice chats, these lot, in a race in the lobby. I think it's like one of the rules, potentially. I did racing here once, got kicked after one race for like screaming. I'm not like that anyway. Yeah, I wasn't particularly liked. But I found my rule. There goes Brandon past. Anyway, the point is they'll probably be aware that Lee's got a penalty. That's what I'm trying to say. Rubaji falls down to last, but it's not going to last for very long, surely. He's right on Brandon's tail. Can he go around the outside? He's going to back up, I think. And Brandon defends to the inside. Might not work out too well for him on the X, but he's been able to get away with it for now. Although it does look like if Rubaji can keep in the slipstream this whole time, he might just have a chance of making the overtake. We'll see how that one works. Very similar to what Void has done. The flipping out. I've got no words. How did he almost make that one work? Having that speechless. And looks like Tom's not being able to quite get past, and Brandon stays ahead. But what an ambitious move. I honestly thought that Rubaji made that one work. Very brave to try it in 130R. And it's good to see people going for risks in. And we've made it to that 5. No one's had any incidents yet. And yeah. Looks like we're going to have this race go to the finish this time. And Yuri still looking sort of close to Lee. I know Tom and Jordan are that gap at the top. I know they're actually close on the track, but you know, I just don't know if they're going to be able to do anything yet. It just seems like these two are very good drivers. I mean, they're teammates in other leagues, and they I've seen good drives from all of them, really. I've been able to watch them. I'm just almost in awe. I remember, I think Jordan won a race from last once. It was just like mental. So yeah, we know these two are very quick, and interesting to see how they fare in this fight. Riding on board with Tom, it's all really about the exit here, because the straight, frankly, isn't long enough. I reckon they should really have DRS up to 130R. I think it's the only track on the calendar that does have just one DRS zone. As far as I'm aware, I can't. I don't know if there's any others. But anyway, the point is, there's only one, and it's yeah, basically needs to be about 3/10 behind, really, when it kicks in to have a chance into turn 1. But they haven't quite been able to do it. And Lee, he's got that 3/10, but not quite able to make the move work into turn 1. Just not close enough before the turn in. And if you go for it at that point, really, you're going to have an accident. Now, that's interesting to see that Lee's strategy there says lap 15 to 17 for the super softs. Is that how long they really last? Same for Sam. I mean, Casper's 16 to 17. I mean, they seem to all be lasting the same amount of time, these tires. That's really odd. Wonder how that's going to work then. Looks like Tom's actually falling out of the gap then. Only 2 places separating him and Casper, but that is still a quite massive 3 points. That'll leave Tom's lead at 27 at the end of this. And yeah, the challenge from Sam to Casper looks to be fading. It could even be, actually, I need to get the points up, it could even be Jordan right up in this as well. Because if he wins it, he gets 10 points. And that puts him up to 50. So Casper will still be in second, because he'll get 5, so he'll be on 54, so that'll be 50 to 54. Sam is only getting 3 points, so he'll be yeah, so that means Jordan's going to jump back up to third again. And a lot closer to Casper. So this win will seriously help him in his aspirations for, well, top 3. I'm sure he'll be thrilled to be up there. Seems It's Me hasn't quite been able to hold the pace he had at the start of the race, which is unfortunate. I was really hoping to see a bit of a masterclass from him there, but sure, there's plenty of time. Maybe he'll find new lease of life on new tyres. And speaking of better tyres, looks like Lee's using them to his advantage. Sam may be struggling just a little bit into turn 1 there in his mediums. 2-step difference, so I mean, you'd really expect Lee to be quicker, and he is, but just about finding somebody to overtake, really, isn't it? So it's lap 7 then. Order is thought he was going to go off there. Jordan from Tom, It's Me, Casper, Voids, Sam, Lee, who were on board with now, gets another penalty, Yuri, Brandon, and last, oh, well, I was going to say it was rumoured it was Brandon. He's been there. He loves spinning it at that corner. 3 times I've seen him crash here. Just not a fan of this track, it seems, and he's last. So, oh god, don't bin it, don't bin it, don't bin it. He's got the gravel on the tyres. He should know that that's going to happen. And he sort of just turned into that one. Don't leave, whatever you do, don't leave. I'll never respect you again if you leave. He's gonna leave. I just got that feeling. You ever had that feeling when someone just loses their head and then they leave? May as well follow them back. No one's close enough at the moment, apart from Lee. I really want to hold my breath on this one. Casper is... don't know why I'm mentioning him. He's 5 seconds clear from all this. Oh, for God's sake! Do you have to? Maybe he wants to watch the commentary. If he does, you're welcome. And here comes Lee. Coming round the outside. Oh god, how does he keep it, you know, off, really? How does he not spin? And they're side by side into the S section. Lee finally gets past Sam. Does this open the door now for Yuri to make a move? Or will Sam even come back? It'll be interesting to see that then. And actually, it does look like Sam's got a chance, hasn't he? He's absolutely got a fantastic exit, and if he's got any common sense, he won't go for him even to here, because that will end in a crash, and he has common sense, so he doesn't go for it, and he actually gets a penalty. Which I find a bit odd. I mean, he did sort of lose time in that game. Cutting some slack. Oh, Brandon! Now you've ruined everything! Oh, for God's sake. Sam feels the slipstream just wiped from existence. All of a sudden he's not closing in. Because he had to lead a session, didn't he, Brandon? As Lee goes off the track, that's going to be an easy overtake. Why do people keep leaving? Do they not understand what happens? Do they not? Have they ever heard anyone complain about this? For God's sake. Can Lee try on the outside, or will he go for a switchback? Doesn't look like it's going to work either way, to be brutally honest with you. And he's not going to be able to get the move done just yet. Gap at the top, still 7/10. I've got a feeling I might even come down to undercuts and pit stops, or even overcut. Could work. Although this is one of them tracks where probably quite ridiculously impossible for that to work, but anyway. Let's see what Lee does into turn 1. Looks like Sam actually got turned in quite well. You've got Yuri there in the Red Bull. Still looking... he's lurking in the background, isn't he? He might play a feature if Sam keeps holding up Lee like this. Especially with a turn and going off the track all the time. It could be Yuri who comes through and just takes 6th place. Just cheeky 6th place for him. And yeah. See how this works up between the 3 of them. They'll all be in DRS of Sam. So yeah, well, very soon anyway. And yeah, lap 9 will be 1/3 of the way through this race at the end of the lap. And yeah, mostly clean, apart from Brandon and his mishaps. It's another sort of race of what could have been. I mean, he was really fighting for 3rd place in the championship at one point. He could have even been fighting for 2nd with a Casper's recent form, but he's really just fell off now, hasn't he? 5th place almost like in certainty for him now. Unless he really has a complete disaster and Lee gets him, but I don't see that happening. Casper gets a penalty, and It's Me is initiating the undercut. Will he make it work, or will it be a completely pointless venture which leaves him nowhere? I have a feeling it's probably going to be the other one. But we'll see, because the gap's not big enough really, is it, let's be honest, to sort of cause that big of an upset ahead. I'm sure the guys ahead will not be too scared. And looks like Lee's fell off a little bit from Sam. One of his tires are just starting to degrade a little bit more. And yay, 1 beer on the stream. Hi. I need a breather. I need a drink of water again. I swear my voice is going to start to go eventually. I mean, I've been doing that much shouting at the start of this, I'm not surprised. Almost 30 degrees here at one point today. It was utterly awful. Just, words can't describe how much sweat. And none more from Tom. He likes to say he's not gonna. He likes to be known as the guy isn't always accused for sweating, but he certainly was sweating. He pits now, and looks like Jordan with him. So no undercut for these two. Looks like there's gonna be no battle for the lead in the pits, and since there's no slipstream thanks to a certain Brandon, there's gonna be low chance of close by. And I'm really worried for this race. And Tom waits ages to leave. Could that actually open the door for It's Me? Or is It's Me just way too far behind? I wonder if he's had an incident out there somewhere. He seems way too far behind to even be classified as a threat. Lee pits. And is Tom actually at the pit yet? There he is. I think that's him. Just ahead. Going into turn 1. So yeah, no one knows what I thought it would be. And Tom's actually got 2 cars between himself and you know, somehow he's still leading Jordan. I mean, he's having a great race, isn't he? Finally showing some proper pace at the moment. And he's going to be only, what? Well, it's going to be one of few drivers to actually hit 50 points this season. It's taking people a while to get there. Tom got there ages ago, I'm 73 now. But him along with Casper are going to head up there with him, so that's good. And looks like Tom's making a move there. I was wondering why Yuri was so wide. Played Fortnite with Yuri the other day. Great lad. We got a victory royale. Sam was there too. Good stuff. We should do it again. Love playing a bit of Fortnite. And looks like Tom isn't getting past. Yuri is making his life a nightmare. I think I had like 16 kills between us. It's a great game. Proper skills. Got more kills than Tom. He was salty. And moving on from that. Can he get past Yuri? He really sort of needs to hurry up a little bit with this, because it just doesn't help in his fight against Jordan, does it? He's finally going to get the move done. Yellow flags. I wonder if that's behind. It is. Robojeeps. It seems to always be out of an incident. So it's just Red Bull tradition, isn't it, to have a mess up. Yeah, wasn't going to swear. I censor myself. Looks like Lee's going to be let past. So we get plenty of clean air still, which is good. And It's Me now. Looks on the back of Yuri. Can he get past and do himself some good in his potential fight with Tom? I mean, he's only 1.7 off him thanks to that pit stop. And especially if Tom gets caught in more traffic with Sam, he'll be out for a while. Remember, he will be out for a long time. Now, it does give It's Me a chance. Robojeep pits for the supers. I want him to go for a fastest lap and just leave it there. And just race the rest of his race. He's not even in the points now. Must be so painful to be that one guy that isn't in the points. And I wonder if Lee's had some sort of incident out there. He's 26 seconds off It's Me. I mean, doesn't really look like a man who's going to be jumping Sam, does it really, at any time? Or even Yuri, who's under pressure. And look at the gap. 2.3 now to Tom. Holding up It's Me a treat. This Yuri, but on the exit, I imagine this will be quite easy. Casper then leads the Grand Prix because he hasn't stopped yet, followed by Voyage, he hasn't stopped yet. Jordan, he hasn't stopped. Sam, he hasn't stopped yet. Tommy stopped. It's Me now, who's stopped. Yuri, who's not stopped, leaves. Not stopped? Or had they stopped? I can't tell. You know, there's an actual thing for this. We'll take a look at. Yeah, Yuri hasn't stopped. Lee stopped. Yeah, your man stopped. Rubbertube stopped. Yeah, I knew it. I was right. I told you I was right. Yeah. Oh, the gaps are humongous. And now back to normal. Can Tom get past in the S's and Sam? This is probably the worst place possible to catch up. And he's looking bad actually. He doesn't look like he's gonna get past. I can just look on the left to see that gap surely starting to close. As Tom gets caught behind the man who's been given quite a lot of trouble in his last few races. I mean, he's been his main challenger. To be brutally honest, much quicker than your man. Casper. I'm having a few memory issues. I keep forgetting everyone's names. And I keep forgetting I'm not allowed to swear. Anyway, right. Keep it cool. There's no one watching anyway. Right. Can Tom get this down to spoon then? It's me, he's not catching what I expected. He's really good at the overtaking part, but he's just not good at the closing in part, seemingly. It's me, so. Here we go again, need a drink of water. No, we've seen many people try using the 130R. I'll be very interested to see if Tom can make this one work, because he's not quite ahead yet. And he's giving Sam room, to be fair to you. And Sam is going to take it. He's going to take it for everything he can. And Tom gets past. Tom then is up into the top 4. 4.4 behind Jordan. That's how much of a dent that poor pit stop made for him. And all that fighting, of course. And yeah. Very good job then. From, well, himself and Jordan really to not have any incidents from coming through the field. And yeah, let's watch our race leader for some time. We haven't had the most amount of screen time. I'm sure he gets a penalty. Paul McGuinness will be absolutely fuming. And I wonder how long he's going to stare for. You can see the line starting to appear on his front tyres. One of the similar on his rear. I think it's like sunset at this track or something, or something. Morning. There are a few lines on there as well. So yeah, not going to be particularly easy to see really. But yeah, it does not say. Oh, I thought it said pit on his board. It says P1. So like I said, it's 16 to 17 allegedly on his board. So we'll see when he does pit. I wouldn't be surprised if it is from 16 to 17. But anyway, he's leading a race. We haven't seen that very often over the last few races, unfortunately, having various incidents and just poor performances, which have really hindered his championship chances. I mean, he didn't finish last time, I don't think. As far as I'm aware. Just trying to remember. He didn't get any points, I know that for sure. But, yeah. Just not having a great time of it. He's let Tom's lead go to 24 points. And is there any fights on the track then? Anything interesting going on? It's me is looking on the back of Sam. Something, at least. And I'm having a few sound issues, to be honest with you. It's seemingly very odd. It's like dropping in and out for me. I don't know if anybody on the stream can hear that as well. If you can, I can only apologise. And I guess I can give a bit of a recap now before this fight starts. This is the second race. We've actually done about 20 laps of racing, but we had a red flag on lap 5 of the original race. Basically because at least half of the field, I think, were gone. Really, it was just a bit all over the show. I mean, the man who was third place, Kev, was basically the last person to bin it. And it really has affected him. I mean, he's not here, he was third, and he's, you know, his rival there, Voigt, is now second. So, I mean, obviously there's pit stops to come and all that, but halfway Voigt is looking legitimately at a podium right now. If it's me gets hold up, or held up I should say. Well, it doesn't actually look like he does it. I'm just talking out of my arse, just yeah. Anyway, yeah, red flag, because there was about 5 cars who had an incident in turn 1. And Lee said that it was due to some lag. Because Tom's car, they got a little bit jumpy, his first end he got a bit excited. And yeah, caused a bit of an incident. And that's a pretty nice move there from It's Me. That's probably the cleanest one I've seen through 130R yet. And Sam must be detesting this corner. And it looks like Cass was in the pits. He's obviously going for the super sauce. And he'll be looking at destroying the field. Hopefully with some fastest laps. And expect to see Void, who's now leading in shortly as well, along with Sam and Yuri as well, I think. Sam is actually surprisingly staying right on the back, because he loses the back end and falls right behind him. I should just be quiet. Anyway, he's in his pit window, so he'll be pitting soon. I'm surprised he didn't pit on the last lap, to be honest with you. Pit is flashing on the screen, as you can see. And looks like Casper's already making moves. He's up into 6th place. That's 3 points, 3 crucial points for him. Every point matters at this stage of the game. And he's doing all he can to keep these championship hopes alive. And hopefully we can see him set some fastest laps and get himself up the field a little bit. Looks also like Sam has just lost all pace, unfortunately, and Yuri as well actually has decent pace, really, to actually not be a second behind yet. Call it weird observations, but normally you lose bucket loads instantly when you get past, especially around this track on old tyres, but he has actually failed it at 1 second. Like I said, chuckling at me arse, and there's a Boyd into the pits. And obviously when all the pit stops are said and done, we'll get all the battles we had before hopefully resuming. And I'd imagine we'll see Sam and Yuri, and I can't, I don't know why I keep forgetting that Yuri has stopped, but there you go, hasn't stopped. Well, now he has stopped. And I'm looking at Sam now, because yeah, he's up for 4th. Delightful. And here comes Boyd's then. He's fell down to 6th. And that won't be much higher, that'll be 5th in a moment. So that's a disaster. Oh, RoboJeep's had a bit of an adventure. And yeah, Yuri comes out miles behind Lee as well. Seems staying out longer has only actually worked out for Casper. He'll end up back to 4th again. And yeah, that's odd really. And I forgot, oh my god. What are you doing, lad? Don't get in other people's ways. I've got my hands on my head right now. I really am. I'm scared. Lee, watch out, because we've got a driver that's being lapped by the entire field right now, being a little bit slow, being a little bit clumsy, and getting in the way. Oh god, we're gonna see him appear out of nowhere on board with Lee, 7 seconds ahead of Yuri. Like I said, staying out seems to only have worked for Casper. He'll now have the fastest laps, I'm sure, to set soon. Although it actually is Jordan showing his pace again. Although Tom is closing a little bit, not quite able to get a fast lap yet. But I'm sure he'll be setting some quick laps soon. And oh. I'm sorry, I'm expecting to see RoboJeep appear out of nowhere, and yeah, as I said, fastest lap. Where is he? There he is. There's RoboJeep in the wall. Fast lap indeed goes to Superstuff Runner of Casper. Fully expected there, and yeah. Now it looks like RoboJeep is just giving up. He's been lapped by everyone. But don't leave the session, yeah. Come and join me on the stream. I'm a little bit bored until all these fights resume, because I got no one to talk to. Oh my god, that's just carnage, isn't it? He's absolutely murdered the tech pro there. What did it ever do to you? Like, that costs money to produce. Anyway, as long as he doesn't leave the session, we're all good. Obviously, I think since one person leaves anyway, I don't think it really matters. Oh, I forgot to. I don't think it really matters at that point, but still, you want to see people stay in the session, at least to watch. But seriously, I've never seen anyone do that much damage to a tech pro barrier in my entire life. We'll see a better view here from Jordan, because I'm sure it won't just fix itself. And let's have a little look then. Oh, whoops. Oh, for God's sake, I missed him. Alright, let's look at the side. It does look a little bit ruined, doesn't it? To say the least. And Tom Gapstead's quite static. I think this is more exciting to watch. Here's Sam coming into the pits. And we'll see how that one works out for him. Now is probably the best time to see if Sam will end up with Lee or with Yuri, because I mean, he seems to have had good pace on his tyres, but we'll see how it works out. They're all fighting for the last point anyway, and it looks like he will be in that fight with Lee rather than my race, or your race, I should say. And yeah, that gap's almost the same as it was before, isn't it? And since Lee is on them softs, I actually think we'll be watching Sam just pull away off into the sunset. See you later. And have a nice time down there in 7th, because I'm surprised Lee wasn't able to stay longer, but there you go. He is on the softs, which will affect it a little bit. And we've got 5 people here. Yay! Haha. Please start saying something. I need someone to talk to. I've got no co-commentator. Speaking of that, I may as well put in a shameless plug. If anybody wants to be a commentator for this league, we are looking now for another co-commentator, because Alan's got this job, it seems, and basically that means he's not available for Wednesday nights, and it just means that it'd be nice to have somebody in a comm box with me. And yeah, just looking at the gaps to the leader, just while I'm saying that, Yuri 41 seconds off. That's sort of how gaps and all that have changed throughout the race, and how that one stop maybe just didn't work at all for Yuri on the alternate strategy. I'm on board with Casper mainly because I have a feeling he's probably going to be quickest for a little while yet, although Sam's about to start his lap, so we're probably best watching him. Honestly, we'll be looking quality laps from him now to the end of the race, lap 20 and 27. He's not necessarily going to catch Void, but he'll definitely be quicker than him, I imagine, and the gap between Tom and Jordan is still at 4.6. I mean, just not really looking like changing that either. It looks like Jordan, don't know if a commentator's curse on it, but it looks like Jordan has got this one almost sort of sealed, hasn't it? And look at that, nice push in there from my best friend Sam. He's 1.1 seconds up on his previous best. So let's have a look at this from the outside cams. Let's see what the TV cams can do for us. Japan, notorious for its terrible direction during races. If anyone's ever seen it, as Yuri bins it, Paul McGinn is fuming, blah blah blah. That's where was it him and or was it his teammate? Obviously Brandon keeps crashing now, that's like his favourite place on the track. But I don't know Rubuji, but it was him that crashed. Either way, he's crashed there again. He's now went into the Ericsson wall and the Bianchi wall. Only 2 people I've ever seen in that wall. Can't recall seeing anyone else in there. I think maybe Psorc once or twice. 2005, I think to recall. But yeah, he's joined that club of people who binned it there. Okay, that's all I'm trying to say. And will he do this teammate did and just hold everyone up, or will he just do the sensible thing and retire and come watch the stream? Looks like Casper's going for that podium, doesn't it? He's 1.5 behind, and I want to see just how this goes for Yuri, because normally when you got broken from wins like this and you're all over the show and gravel, it normally doesn't end too well when you get to 130R. And he's almost out of fuel as well. He's only got 0.08. Just not a fun day to be Yuri. What a shame. And how does 130R treat him? It treats him. Oh, does it treat him well? Okay. Boring. That's just boring. Hold on, actually, he might stick it in the bar. No, he doesn't even do that. So it's me then, under pressure, 3rd place from Casper, who, let's be honest, badly needs it. And the gap's 1.3. I mean, it's coming down slowly, but with only 5 laps to go. Well, 6 laps actually, including this one. Will it be enough? Will it be enough, really? I mean, we'll ride on board anyway, because it's the closest thing we're going to get to a battle towards the end of this race. Shame is, like, since we've only got 8 people left, and one of them's just wrote themselves off. Around that trial this, it just doesn't really lead to much happening, really. Matt says the game is terrible. I know, isn't it? The game is terrible. It is, honestly. 2018, if they don't fix 1 city car glitch, 2 leaving the bloody lobby glitch, and 3 everything else, then is it really going to be worth £55? Like, let's be honest, we paid 55 quid for this. Is it really that worth it? Being brutally honest, no. It is just food for thought, really, isn't it? But And they still get away with it because, once again, it's a bit like FIFA. It's the only sort of game of its kind, so they can get away with being half-arsed with it. Anyway, sorry, we're not here to slag them off, although, to be honest, it's hard to do anything but at the minute. Here comes Casper. Like I say, he does need this podium. He does need it. Because at the moment his championship is slipping away so quickly. And if he only loses 2 points compared to 3, it could be the difference at the end of the season. You never know. Tom could collapse. We've seen it before in real F1. Anyone remember Lewis Hamilton? And that famous gravel chop that they decided to get rid of. Jordan's got a penalty for warnings. Be careful, man. Don't bottle it. Don't bottle it. That's the last thing we need, man. We do not want to see someone lose it on penalties. Utter nightmare to see that happen. It's the last thing you want. You've led a whole race. You've done all you need to do. And then you see that message. Penalty, penalty. You're just done. It's happened to me once. It was a very bad once. I did not enjoy it one bit. So, yeah. Although that was only, I think that was in 2016 to be honest with you. But either way, it's not fun. So, don't bottle it, please, man. And look who's in DRS. It is Casper not in DRS. Can he put the late challenge on? It's me. And will Jordan get any other penalties? I mean, answer to one of them should be no. The other one should really be yes. And this is the yes, hopefully. Hopefully, Casper helps his championship in every way possible. Because at the minute, Tom's getting 8 points, you're only getting 5. The gap's going to go to 27. And I'm sorry, I don't care what Tom says. It's almost going to be game, set, and match at this rate. Unless, like I say, he has a complete Lewis Hamilton. Which would be quite ironic, to be really honest with you. Really ironic. I mean, there's emulating your heroes and then there's that. But, you know, we're not at the end of the season yet. There's still plenty of races to come. And like I say, Tom misses one of them. And I also miss one of them, so I'm really worried about how the stream's going to work. I think it's 2 weeks' time. I do miss a race. And if we haven't found a commentator by then, we might be running with no stream. So just want to warn you about that. Oh, wow, Casper, keep it on the track. And, yeah, just need to warn you about that. And, yeah. 3 to go, or is it 4? It's 4! Yeah. I can't remember anything today, I'm sorry. I'm just having a bad day. Honestly, it's 20 degrees outside, so it's not easy to concentrate at the time. Oh god, I missed having a cool commentary. I never realised how much I would. Just doesn't look like anyone's gonna be able to catch. It doesn't really. All the gaps are too big. And it's a bit like Monaco, isn't it? I mean, the whole race is promising there's going to be a battle. It's going to be a big battle. Something's going to happen. And they just didn't, did it? Like, we had that 5 or 6 laps of just sitting there. They were all close to each other. It was great. But the pure result of this game's poor quality. It just ruins sort of races when people leave. And that, I really think, has badly affected this one as well. Nothing against the drivers or anything, but it's just code easy to fix the game, really. Anyway. Now it is 3 laps to go, and it's 3 laps for this man to try and salvage that extra point in his championship challenge, which, like I said, could become crucial. You never know what can happen on this game. And we saw in somewhere, Russia, Tom didn't even start the race. He DC'd. Looked like he wasn't going to compete in Singapore until the race was red flagged due to issues with PSN servers. They went down for about an hour. We red flagged the race at half 8, and conveniently it all fixed itself straight after, and we couldn't do the race. That's why Singapore is being brought back to be the season finale, because quite frankly, it's going to be 10 times more entertaining than Abu Dhabi can ever be on this game. Oh, Casper's lost it! He's into the gravel almost, and that could have been his championship down the drain. I know I keep saying it, but every point matters, and he can't be making mistakes like this. And Tom started to close that gap down. If he just closes it down by 2 more seconds, I think, or 2.6 should say, sorry, I read that as 5.0, get a bit overexcited there. If he gains a little bit, then he can challenge for the win. But to be honest with you, I don't really see anyone really beating this man. He's dominated this race. I did not personally expect this, to be honest with you. I was fully expecting Tom and Sam to be up here again. I mean, it's always them two, isn't it? They've found some great form recently, and that just sums up his day, doesn't it? Sam bins it, and that's why he's not at the top. That's why he's not at the top at the moment. That's unfortunate. You didn't want to see another person fall out. Only 6 people left, and I mean, well, 6 competitive. Well, 5. It looks like Void actually is going to be the main competitor now to Casper, thanks to the issues he's had going off the track. Is that mistake going to cost Casper more points? Will it be another what if it is, and then it isn't? They both get penalties in the same corner there, and Sam gets a foul, for God's sake. Gets a 5 second stop, no penalty. We're speeding in the pit lane, because of course he does, because people can't avoid penalties in this race. And yeah, really it's just a case of another one bites the dust. And really only 5 sort of competitive drivers in this race, unfortunately. Out of the 12 that originally started the first race, we're down to just 5 who've got realistic chances of good finishes and actually making overtakes. But can Void do it? Can Voids cement themselves as driver today? I'm gonna call him driver today anyway. And for those of you who didn't, for those of you who saw the first race, you'll know why. If you didn't, he gained I think 8 or 9 positions before the race was 9 positions before the race was red flagged, and he's been able to finish 5th. It's a very strong performance for him today. I don't really see anyone past him for driver today. I mean, he pinned it in qualifying. It just looked like it was going to be a dull day, and he's found himself 5th now, challenging for 4th place. He's in DRS. That's his last dose of it, unfortunately, though. He's run out of chances, unless Casper makes another mistake, which unfortunately could happen. Then it's going to be no change there. And yeah. What could have been if there wasn't any slipstream glitches? I mean, I don't really understand why that's even a glitch in the first place, to be honest with you. I should stop slagging people off about this, I'm sorry, but I do this every week when someone leaves, and oh, Yuri. You've, well, I'm not even going to say anything about that corner. How has he done that? Anyway, we've got a race winner to crown. Here comes Jordan, and he has driven the best race I've ever seen him drive in this league. He's absolutely fantastic pace the whole time. And like I said, I've only ever seen one race where he's finished from when he's won from last. That's the only one that beats this one. But seriously, Jordan, what a performance! He wins in PSORC. He's won in Japan, and what a fantastic performance. Tom comes in 2nd. He'll sure be very happy with that either way. He gains crucial points on his rival in the championship. Here comes It's Me to finish his 3rd, 2nd podium in a row. Very good debut to this league, and yeah, wow, that was close in the end. And actually, you know what, Casper, that one more penalty. Voids then finishes 4th with Casper 5th. Is that the end of his championship? And Lee is going to be the last one to finish. He's going to come home in 6th place, and well, I'm sure he'll be disappointed with that one. I don't actually know what made him lose all that time, to be honest with you, but there you go. He finishes 6th place, and yeah, that's the race then. Like I say now, Jordan, I've seen 2 ridiculously good races from him now. Just that surprised me every time I see him actually do well. There was that one race he won from last, and that wasn't in this league, that was another league, and that's ILR. It was Brazil, sure, wasn't it? He won from last. He like got disqualified for a stupid glitch, and yeah, won from last in the grid. It was just phenomenal. I'm gonna finish 3rd. I cry every time. And then there's this. I've never seen him so dominant. What a performance from Jordan. And yeah, he takes home the victory. From Tom, It's Me, Voids, Casper, Lee, Sam, Yuri, RoboJeep, and Brandon. And that is PSORC. It's Me, only man not to get a penalty. Well done to him. And yeah, hope you enjoyed both races. And from me, Goodbye.